Hello, my dear friends. How are you? I'm fine. I'm expecting all of you fine and enjoying with our parents. And the most important is enjoy your study. Because if you are not enjoy your study, you cannot recall, you cannot make the future. That's why it is a very essential to you have to enjoy your study. Today we are going to take about one topic that is monohybrid cross class 10th, because this monohybrid clause is no, it is in class 12 also it is there, but the basic foundation is class 10th. If you are clearly understand the concept in the class 10th, there is no need of any doubt in the class 12th, because class 12th is somewhat more, but the basic concept is in class 10th. Let's start the monohybrid cross. And my YouTube channel is Naik's Biology, and I am Hemant Naik, your biology teacher. That's all. If you are clearly understand the concept, don't forget to subscribe. Let's start. You see, here I wrote parent. What does mean? Whose parent? Bhai. Whose parent it is? You see, for that, what you understand, we have in the grandfather, we have the father, and we. We are the three generations. Like that, three generations we have to take to understand. Once again, I am repeating. It is your grandfather one generation, your father is another generation, and you are we are one generation. The parents means consider it is your grandfather generation. In the grandfather generation, what you taken? We take the tall plant and we taken the dwarf plant. Tall plant means what? Why you represent TT? You can write BB also, no? No. Why you are writing the TT? Because if you write this TT, capital T means it is tall. Because when you are writing the capital letter, it is a dominant character. What does mean by dominant? Dominant means you can understand like this. In a family, suppose a fair color is dominating. Most of the members of a family in the three generation all are become the fair in color. That means the fair color is dominant in that family. If you go to another family where the black color is dominated, then the black is dominant there. Dominant means where the character is maximum expressed, that is called the dominant. Why write a TT? Because when you are writing a allele means what? Allele means it is a types of gene or forms of gene. When you are writing the forms of gene, we cannot write single because it is always in the pair. Why it is in the pair question? Because we know that we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. It's not one by single. It is in the pairing condition. That's why this is also a pair. And why you take tall plant? Because tall plant is a dominant. Because Mendel doing this experiment, taking a single character, that is the height of the plant. What he taken? It is a single character he taken for the consideration. When he taken the tail, it is the pure tail. That's why it is called capital tail. What is the pure tail? Pure tail means it doesn't contain any allele beside this particular character. Suppose T is represent for the tall plant, means both are tall plants. There is a not contain any small t. That means what is why we are writing small t? Because when the character is recessive, we will represent by a small t. When the character is dominant, we will write in a capital T. Now we are, because they are in the pairing, we are writing the allele capital T, capital T. Now we are come to the dwarf plant. Dwarf plant, what is small t, small t. Small t, why you are writing? Because they are recessive character. Because they are recessive character. Recessive character means which is unable to express in the, if they are in combined condition. Suppose if you have a field, you do see the tall plants will be there, they are dominant, and the short heighted plants are there, which are become the dwarf plant or short heighted plants. The tall plants are dominant character, where the short heighted plants are become recessive character. Now, this dwarf character we also represent by the homozygous condition. What is the means of homozygous condition here? Homozygous means same. Homo means same. Because TT is same. Both are kept small t also same. That's why they are become homozygous pure variety. Now come to their gametes. What is the gametes they form? What is the gamete? Because you know, for to understand this one, you consider like that. Our father having what? XY type of sex chromosome. In that, what it is represent? It is represent that the sperm what is released, it is 50% X type and 50% Y type. That means when they forms the gamete, when they forms the gamete, it is X type and Y type, 50-50%. Like that, when this parent will develop the gamete, capital T, because only one type of gamete only it will produce. Why? Because this condition is called the homozygous. What is this condition is called? homozygous condition. That's why only single type of parent will develop. Here also see single type of parents will develop. Then when these two parents will combine, what is their offspring? Means our father generation. Don't forget, like that you recall. It is our father generation what? One capital T will come and one small t will come. It will combine. And here what? All the plants of the father generation, our father generation, is all are become tall plants. And this is called the F1 generation. F1 means first filial generation. First filial generation, that means F1 generation. In this F1 generation, what you got? Capital T and small t. What you got? Capital T and small t. Why it is all the plants are tall? You imagine that there is a field and all the fields having the tall plants. How it is possible? Because if their parents is the dwarf plant, means so titled plant their parents. But here all the plants are become tall because this dominant T color become dominant over, this is capital T small t. This capital T dominant over the small t because capital T is a dominant character and small t is a recessive character. When they are in the combine, means here both are become different or not. That's why we can call it as a heterozygous condition. Heterozygous condition. In the heterozygous condition, if one dominant gene is there, it can dominate over the recessive, and recessive is unable to express its character. Then all the F1 generation plants are become tall plants, although they contain the recessive character small t. Although they contain the recessive character small t, but all the plants are become the tall. Now come to that self-pollination. What is the self-pollination means? Pollination, self-pollination means when a pollen grain fall in the stigma. Pollen grain, what is the pollen grain? It is released from the anther and fall in the stigma. When it fall in the stigma, this process is called the pollination. What is this process called? Pollination. This pollination helps to develop the plants or reproduce the plants. Then what you did, the same pollen grain we can pollen the same flower stigma, means we will take the flower and from that flower we will take the pollen grain and allow to dust on the stigma. Then what would happen? Self-pollination occurs. Self-pollination means simple, because it is a father generation and it is a father generation. We will simple cross that. Here you see, here only one type of, because one type of gamete is produced. But here what? Two types of gametes are produced, capital T and small t. Two types because they are heterozygous condition. And it is also a parent. Suppose take into consideration it is a male, means our father, female means our mother. Like that also you can recall the things. That same gametes are produced because both are same only, because self pollination same only, male and female are both are equal. Now we are going to the second filial generation or F2 generation. F2 generation, what you did is simple make across, because when you are doing the lines, no, sometimes you are getting confused to whom we are combined with what. But here when you are become making the cross, no, you will forms the gamete. It is from capital T and small t. It is capital T and small t. Both are become the same. That's why your crossing also become same. You see how when you will cross this, always try to find out the by forming a table only, like that, or by forming a table. Otherwise, you are getting the confusion. You see, capital T combines with capital T, capital T, capital T will come. Capital T combines with small t, capital T, small t will come. Capital T combines with small t, capital T, small t will come, and small t, here it will come. Then how many offsprings here came? 4. By a table, we calculate the 4 offsprings. It is our generation. Consider that we are 4 brothers and sisters. Like that you consider. But here it is not sex, it is a character we are taking, height of the plant. Then capital T, what you can tell? We can tell that tall plant, but pure form of the tall plant. Capital T small t, what we will call tall plant, but it is a hybrid tall or heterozygous tall, we can tell. Small t, it is a homozygous but a recessive character, like that of 4 members which is predict in the F2 generation. Now calculate the phenotypic and genotypic. I will tell you what is the phenotypic and genotypic. Phenotypic means physical appearance. What does it mean? When you seeing a field. In that field, four tall plants are there. Means they are physically appears that we have in the tall plant. We don't know the genotype. We know that physical what is appearing in the field, that is called the phenotype. Then genotype what? If we will go through the gene constitution of the gene, that is called the genotype. That is called the genotype. Then we will calculate simple calculation. No need to worry. It is a very simple calculation. I will tell you how to calculate the phenotypic and genotypic characteristics of the monohybrid cross. Now, if you will see the monohybrid cross, capital T, what it is coming, how many? If you see this table, only one it is coming, and it is a tall, because homozygous dominant, definitely it will tall now. After that, capital T, small t, how many it is come? 1 and 2. 2 it came, both are tall, heterozygous tall. Small t, how many it came? It is become the 1, it is dropped, means short heighted. Now, phenotypic genotypic ratio, very simple we have to do. You see, genotypic ratio, what we will genotypic ratio? 1 is to 2 is to 1. What genotypic? Because TT is a one variety, capital T small t is another variety, small t is also different variety. When you are calculating the genotype, we got the three different forms of the allele. Allele means what? Types of gene or forms of the gene. Then 1 is to 2 is to 1. 1 why? Because capital T comes 1, capital T small t comes 2, and small t comes 1. That's why 1 is to 2 is to 1. It is genotypic. Phenotypic what? Physical appearance. In the phenotypic, what it will come? If it is a field, you see tall plant 1, tall plant 2, means 3 tall plants we will see. Suppose in a field 4 plants are there, in that 3 we will see tall plants, one only becomes short-heighted plant or dwarf plant. That's why it is become the phenotypic ratio is 3 to 1. What we understand from here? Last, we understand that a parent generation which are pure homozygous, when we will cross it, we will get a hybrid, which is called the mono. That's why this cross is monohybrid. Mono means one, hybrid means combination of characters. Whose characters? Parental characters. When we will got, we will get the homozygous condition. Both the parents, one is dominant, one is recessive. When we will cross, we will got the hybrid, which is capital T and small t, and because the capital T is present, it will express its character, and small t unable to express its character. We got a in F1 generation heterozygous dominant. When you do the F2 generation, what we got? We got the homozygous dominant, heterozygous dominant, and homozygous recessive. When you calculate the phenotypic, it is 3 is to 1, because the field having the 3 tall plant and 1 short plant. When we will genotype, we went only T capital only 1, capital T small t only 2, small t only 1. That is 1 is to 2 is to 1. That's why the genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1 for the monohybrid cross, and phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1. Phenotypic means physical appearance, genotypic means genetical constitution. I hope you clearly about the concept. If you are very clear about the concept, then don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching my video.